adventurers! We're starting our morning off right today because yesterday we totally missed our coffee, and I'm going to be doing a little special vlog about the nonprofit that provided our coffee today. They are awesome. The coffee's strong, the rest stuff was awesome, and tons of information coming, so check out buddingplacehere.com. With that being said, I got to tell you about yesterday, so let's just do a little rewind, but first, roll the intro. So adventurers, yesterday was a really taxing day. You might recall, I woke up with a crick in my neck. We had to fix that. I then locked myself out of the car. Again, we had to fix that. It was a little bit crazy and not the best way to start the day. The day was not done yet. I truly do believe that bad things happen in threes, so I shouldn't have been surprised when this next thing happened. So you might recognize the Roadrunner, but the Roadrunner is not looking its best right now. I should have known after I started off my day badly that I should have just gone into hermit mode and officed out of like a coffee shop for the day. But no, I didn't. Instead, I decided it was okay. Everything was gonna be fine. And it was, for a minute. This is why I always tell you to trust your instinct. But today is a new day, and we have started off with coffee, so it's already a million times. We have made it to our destination. We're at Silver Falls State Park here in Oregon, and we just paid our $5 fee at the kiosk and are about to go on an epic hike. I thought, what better way to get back on track than to just take a hike. Literally. Now while out here they have something called the Trail of the 10 Falls, and if you take the entire trail it's 7.2 miles. But we have a map, and I think that's what we're gonna do. At least we're gonna check it out and try to do that. 7.2 miles, it's a little overcast, a slight bit chilly, but I'm up for a challenge. Are you guys? This area next to our parking is absolutely gorgeous. They have this great day use area where you have picnic tables and these lush green areas. Okay, our first falls that we're going to is going to be South Falls, and we are making our way currently on this nice even path. Look at this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Now getting out here, it was about, I want to say 20 miles from the 5, so that's not too bad. I went kind of the back way through the rolling countryside, saw lots of crops. It was gorgeous in its own right, but then you come upon this and you're just kind of blown away by how vastly different it is from the drive around you. Guys, it kind of looks like this just drops off. I wonder if that is South Falls. Waterfall number 1, here we come. It is, it's South Falls. As cool as it is to see it from this view, I'm really curious about the view that's down on this little bridge right here. Okay guys, there's a map right here. So we are here and we want to go where we can see this below. So I think that this is going to be our route to do that. We'll say the canyon trail is not quite as even as the last one. So it is sharply downhill, it's gravel, and it is a little bit more loose, but they do have a nice handrail. This sign says 8.7 miles, not 7-something miles. There's the discrepancy somewhere in here. This also says it is moderate to difficult, so it's not recommended for everyone. But again, we're feeling adventurous, so bring on the moderate to difficult. Look guys, we're getting close. We are getting close. I always like to give credit where credit is due when it comes to suggestions that have been made to me, and I would like to say that Kayla at The Dirt definitely recommended this hike. So if you know anything about The Dirt, it is my campground resource that I find so many of my good campgrounds, and share them with you guys. Getting close to this waterfall, I completely understand why she suggested this. Guys, look at this. This is spectacular, guys, and we can walk behind it and around it. You can feel the spray off of the waterfall. It's really chilly. Here we go, guys. Better duck or you'll never make it. That wasn't too bad. Might be a headache for my tall friends out there. Remember that bridge we were looking for, guys? This is totally it. And you can see where we started, way up there, and where we are now. We are now headed toward the lower South Falls. Another 0.8 miles. No big deal, right? Now, this portion of the trail is hard-packed, but it's also a little slippery because of the mud and water. So, definitely not the same quality as the first. And I would say it's a little bit better than the second part. But you're going along the river right here, so you have this peaceful sound of the rippling water. It's so awesome, guys. Here is so clear, like so clear. Look at this, guys. That's what I was talking about the other day. Beautiful, amazing roots, just making it work. Okay, the sun is starting to try to come out, so I thought it was a fitting time to lose the extra layer. Otherwise, I'm gonna start getting a little muggy and moist. Ugh, I hate that word. Moist. Oh. I hear water, and it doesn't sound like the stream. Does that mean we are getting close to falls number 2? It is. But we can't see it very well, so we have to find the right vantage point, and I think it's going to be right down here. If you can see, there's some little stairs. I think that's going to get us where we need to go. Wet stairs. Use caution. So handrail engaged. There she is, guys, and we're only going to get closer from here. We are getting super close, but I just wanted to take a moment away from the waterfall and show you these walls. All of the rock walls are covered in these beautiful, amazing, different kinds of moss. And it's just like a carpet of nature. It's pretty cool. It's like shag carpet, like for real. You could see the side-by-side comparison of the falls and the people. It's overwhelmingly sized, just saying. But this one isn't as big as the last one was. This is just number 2. Should have brought my rain jacket, guys. It's looking a little damp. it look like from under a waterfall? Let's go see! I knew I wore my hiking boots for a reason, guys. I knew I was gonna be okay. Two down, 8 to go. Getting further away, I am losing the sound of the waterfall, which means that we should be getting to our next sign soon. I don't know which one's next, and I have a map, but I would prefer the excitement. Yeah, definitely prefer the excitement. Now, as you could see, there was a little waypoint there where we could make a selection. If we went toward the Ridge Trail, we would see Frenchy Falls, which actually was very close to the first falls that we saw. Or we could continue on the Canyon Trail, which is where we're going.
Waterfall hair, don't care.
What is this though? Woo, guys. We're gonna have to do something with this once we get back to the car. The views just don't quit. Wow, guys, you can actually go in there pretty deep. That's a little cave. We aren't going there, but you could. Side note, I'm always asked, do I have service whenever I'm hiking? And I will say, for the first 2 miles of this particular trail, I did with AT&T. But right at the 2.1 mark, nothing. Places like this, they provide these amazing hiking trails like these, and they only ask that you stay on trail. Therefore, you don't affect the ecosystem around you. There are so many plants. It's so dense through here. It's insane. So if you were to get off of the path, you would literally be trampling hundreds of plants just to get to whatever you're looking for. But they do keep the paths nice and clear, and if there are fallen trees, they do clear the path of those. Just tiptoe very carefully on this side of the massive pothole. Ooh, I wouldn't have wanted to have been here when that went. Surely that isn't one of the falls. That's little. Look what I see, guys. We'll be over there in a minute. Yay! Be a little hard to see just how jagged this path down is, but I definitely would not recommend doing this with your hands full, because the water has made its way down, and with it, it looks like the path has just kind of become crazy.
Whew. That could have gone very, very badly.
We made it to the bridge though, and now we are going toward what looks like some rapids. I wonder how far we are from the next falls though. Now this has to be one of our falls. Has to, no questions, has to be. See what I mean, guys? Definitely one of the falls. And we have another little place that we're gonna walk over it in a minute so we can see it from a different angle. Look, guys, the sign, Lower North Falls. Yeah, we found it.
Fall 3.
Path has to do this to us. Like, why do you gotta get so steep? just getting out the map so we can see where we're going next. And it looks like after I restrap up here, we're going to Double Falls. Turned off down here and checked our map. To the falls itself is not that far. It is kind of uphill. It is a little bit wet, but yeah, I can hear it. We're almost there, and that was easy. Enough that we could literally go up and touch it, so I think I'm gonna go get my hands a little bit wet and see how. And we're back on to our next fall on the Canyon Trail. Hair didn't get any better with that. I'm starting to look more and more like a peacock. What is this? The trail looks like it's taking a turn. And what is this? Could this be? Could this be number 5? Is it? Is it? Is it? It is! This one is 27 feet tall, it says. But this is Drake Falls, and that was pretty neat. I like that they have this little overlook because from the trail itself, you can barely see it. But the world changes perspectives completely when you go from right here to right here, where everything is amazing. Hello, new friend. I've seen your friends all along my adventures. You guys are pretty cool, but you are colored very strangely. Anybody at home know what kind of slug this is? We're moving through them quickly now. I see number 6, and we haven't even gone that far since number 5. Number 6 does not disappoint, guys. No. And there's a trail so we can walk behind this one. Wow. Now this one is a little bit different than the others we've walked behind. There's a cave right over here that you can go into as well. So that's what we're gonna do so that we can check out the view from over. And we're back on the trail, but not before we cross back under. Oh, it feels so good, guys. 4 more to go, guys, and we're going back up again. Can't you hear the excitement in my voice by up? Oh! I got the map out, and I was trying to figure out where exactly we are, and we did lower north. There's straight. There's double. I think this is middle north. So we're going to continue taking this to Twin Falls. super hard to believe that this super calm water is what made that last waterfall that looked so aggressive. Just goes to show that as water seeks to go downward, it becomes more and more turbulent. For this reason, I will never be one of those people who just randomly gets in uncharted water in a kayak, canoe, or any kind of vessel for that matter, because you never know what's ahead. We have another little bridge. I didn't know I was gonna have to boulder just to go onto a bridge. Look at this. That was a lot. Now this, guys, is where it gets a little confusing. We have North Falls, which we need to see, that goes this way. South Falls we've already seen, and the rim trail with Winter Falls. I think if we go to North Falls and then hit the rim trail coming back, we can go to Winter Falls. But before we head that way, since we're not taking the bridge, let's see what we're missing. Views. Views. Okay, let's go. Canyon trail this way. Now, according to our map, it said steep. We're gonna find out what steep really is. I did talk to somebody and they said that it was kind of gradual, so they didn't think it was anything too crazy. We shall. Definitely a little bit of a rise, but it doesn't so far, I'm saying so far, look terrible. I may completely change my mind once my thighs start burning. I hear another rumble. Does that mean we're almost to number
7? 7.
My lucky number, 7. It really is. And just an FYI, by falls number 7, we just picked up cell signal again. So we must be closer to the main road. According to this, Twin Falls is 31 feet tall. I don't see how that could be the case. It doesn't seem that big. I don't know. Some of the others have seemed much bigger and said they were smaller. Oh well, that's number 7. Check. Now we have 3. 3 more to go. Now we know where 2 of them are. One of them was right close to the first falls that we were at. There was a little split off and we took the opposite direction to take the canyon loop. Now, the other one was back there where we just came from, and we took this loop again so that we could see this one and one other one. So we have one last falls on this trail loop, and then we'll take the rim trail all the way back so we can check out those last 2. See on this section, portions of this part of the trail get really narrow and then suddenly just dump back out into a very wide path. It's pretty erratic, it's a little uneven, but it's pretty peaceful. This area, with how bright and vibrant the greens are, reminds me a lot of the Hall of Mosses at Olympic. It's gorgeous. And they do have a lot of different species of moss here as well. Maybe not as many as Olympic does, but a lot. That's another one where I couldn't imagine that being the actual falls. I can't think that that could be number 8. Like, it was so little. But after seeing the one that came right before it, it could be. I guess we'll just have to keep going until we figure out if there's a sign anywhere. That would be a disappointing one. I mean, okay, so now I just know that we're getting a little spoiled. I just said it would be disappointing, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But I just can't seem to think that that would be the falls. Sorry that I had such first world issues, guys. First world problems. Big waterfall, little waterfall. First world issues for sure. Okay, so that was about the same size as the other one, so I think from that I can assume the other one was not North Falls. I finally found the real waterfall, and it is pretty spectacular. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew it. And now we're off to the spooky cave, just like on Scooby-Doo. It's a thundering roar under here. It's crazy. It just echoes. It's so loud. So once you come over to this side, there's an actual fence, and it's a little bit more quiet. Inside the cave, it thunders, it roars. You're in the middle of the action. One last view of waterfall number 8, aka North Falls. But like getting the blood going with some stairs. Good times. Sure enough. Man. This is a little unsettling. But I think that's just as unsettling. Okay.
Oh, no boulders. Oh, no boulders.
It really is something you don't think about until you're actually out here with the big massive rocks that you know, rocks fall, and one of these rocks could easily crush you. North Falls, clearly taller than most, 136 feet. That one, I believe, it makes sense. Hey guys, here we are. The canyon trail we just came off of is right here. And the rim trail is where we need to go, and it's right up here. Okay, so after that first little bit of elevation, this is the rim trail, and right here, as you can see, is the roadway. So this trail just loops you back toward all of the other falls in a safe vantage point that's not walking on the road. I'm a tree hugger. Mine as well. Now, for those of you who are at home, I thought it would be a good way for you to relate to the hike that I'm taking by kind of understanding how it feels outside. As you can see, my cheeks are rosy, but it's not because I'm hot. It's because it's chilly. But I'm sweating because I'm working out. and it's humid because there's so much moisture around, and yet it's cold. I don't like how close that we're getting right now. Oh, very narrow path. Fast walk, fast walk. Okay, wider now. I just don't like it when things can touch me. No, I'm cool. I am so cool. It's also why I would never wear those little hiking sandals that everyone likes, because I don't like things touching me, especially my feet. Ugh. I hate that feeling. It's disgusting to me. And I know that makes me weird because I'm an outdoor person and I constantly am playing in, you know, the dirt. Hey, look guys, here is our trail. Here is the road. See? This is one of the closer areas. Okay, we got to the marker finally along the rim trail, so we can go check out Waterfalls, and then we'll come back, I think, and go down like we're going back to the South Falls. Now the cool thing about Waterfalls is there's actually a parking lot right here next to the trailhead, and then you can come down the trailhead like we are and this way. So let's see how far it is from the parking lot. Why don't we? Random fact, when I first arrived, I didn't know where exactly I was supposed to park. And I pulled into the Waterfalls parking. I noticed that it is not a long-term parking though. I think it's a 2-hour spot. So I was like, there is no way I can hike like 7 miles in 2 hours with all these waterfalls. Squirrel syndrome's gonna hit. So I opted to go down to south. Now, south or north are the best entry points if you're wanting to hike all of the falls. I hear water. It sounds like it's right down here.
Down, down, down we go, down the mountainside.
Ah, I knew it had to have a switchback somewhere. I knew it. Ooh, number 9. Ooh, number 9. Okay, so this is Waterfalls, and that's number 9, and I know it sounds horrible, but I just feel like in comparison, it's just not as big. We have a dilemma, guys. It's a big one. Let me tell you about it. So the dilemma that we have is, this is the trail of 10 falls, right? 10. And right around South Falls, there was a sign that led you off to this trail that was going toward Frenchy Falls. After looking at the map, Frenchy Falls is not even on the map. And instead, there is another falls, which is over by the other parking area, and I somehow managed to miss it. Not sure how that happened, but so technically this is the trail of 11 falls, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're heading back toward the South Falls area. The car is there. And I think when we get there, coin flip time. Frenchy Falls, up or north? Frenchy Falls, up or north? I should have a 3-sided coin. Frenchy Falls, up or north? Nothing. Okay, map check. Here we are, and we need to go somewhere over here. 1.6 miles. We got this, guys. We got this. So we are departing from the parking area, and we are on the way to our car. 1.6 miles. We can do this. We have been kicking it out of the park today. problem with the rim trail, hiking it back, is that in comparison to all the waterfalls, there's not a lot of extra features. There's some really cool dense forest to look at. It's beautiful, but nothing in comparison to the waterfalls. Somehow or another, and I'm still confused as to how, we ended up on this trail. It's now paved, as you can see, and going right beside the highway. Really confusing. Confusion has been answered. This is the other trail. This is the trail we were on. I don't know why they had to split. It makes no sense. Aha! Bike trail, rim trail. Rim trail is not paved. Bike trail is paved. So, when given the option, I decided just to walk on the bike trail. People might hate me later, but I thought, why not? I want to see what it's like. And then I can tell you guys what it's like in case at home you like to bike. Well, here's the highway. Here's the trail. It's super even, amazingly shady, completely clear of debris. There are no crazy rocks on this trail. I mean, that's perfect for just like regular biking. If you're not wanting to get out there and be like,
Mountain bike crazy.
this is good. In Videoland, I realized that I'm just coming right back on. Pop. But in reality, I've been going for a while. What I don't know is how much more walking we have to do. I hope that this 1.6 miles is almost over. My legs are finally starting to feel the effects of all of that up and down while ago. This has been a very productive day. I see a sign up there, guys. I don't know what it says, but we're about to find out. It appears this is a highway crossing. I guess, guys, it is now time for us to consult our map and figure out where exactly we are. Now, there's only one crossover area that I see, and it's like right here. So I think that if we go across, we will end up back where we're supposed to go in another 0.9 miles. Surely it can't be that much more. I feel like we've gone so far. I do see some cars up here, so maybe we're closer than what I... Okay guys, here's where the rim trail joins us yet again, so we're at least on the right path. We followed the yellow brick road, which isn't so yellow, and guess what, guys? We have finally arrived back to where we're supposed to be. So now we're gonna go to the car, and I think that because it's getting a little bit late in the day and that last little leg took longer than we had expected, I think that we're just gonna go ahead and call it a day. 9 of the 10 which are listed. I'm pretty proud of us. I had no idea that there was a cafe. I would have stopped in there this morning for breakfast. How did I miss that? Okay guys, we made it back to the Roadrunner, and the Roadrunner has had a nice rest after the horrific day yesterday. I hope that you have enjoyed the hikes that we have gone on today, and if you have, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications of future uploads, and I hope that you're out there doing something epic, because I know that I'm going to be. So until next time, guys, bye! Like, for real, guys, my feet hurt. Like, they hurt. These boots, they aren't made for walking, not 8 miles. Going back in the trunk.
My body's tired. My body's tired. My body's oh so very tired.